Hello dear Sagittarians, and welcome to your 2021 annual horoscope. 2021 starts with very fresh and light energy, much lighter than we had in years. So let's break this year down for you and see what it means for you on a more personal level. Starting from Jupiter and Saturn. So Jupiter and Saturn are both in Aquarius as we begin the year. And depending on the degree of your ascendant, you might have already felt some energies, a shift of energies in December, or you might begin to experience it in the first weeks of January. But regardless of that, you will definitely have Jupiter and Saturn in the third house. So with Saturn here, this is a transit that will last until 2023. So it's 2.5 years transit. And Saturn stands for restriction, limitation, obstacles. And this is a karmic planet. So whatever area of life it is transiting, it is the area of life that will go under some kind of restructuring in a way. Now, the third house is the house of communication, minds, siblings, short trips, neighbors. So here, all these aspects of your life will be challenged in some way by Saturn over the next 2.5 years. With Saturn here, so Saturn gives you a very serious mind, quite serious approach to communication as well. So it's a good time for learning, for studying, for doing some short courses, learning a new language. But also with Saturn here, you might experience some communication issues. And this is especially relevant to people who already have some communication dilemmas or some writer blockages. So now with Saturn here, you might experience it on a more profound level. However, this is actually quite positive because it will prompt you to improve your communication skills, to work on your communication, and as a result of that, to improve your self-esteem. Saturn wants consistency. Saturn wants structure. The ruler of Capricorn. Saturn doesn't like chaos, doesn't like superficiality. So it's, I think it's a quite positive transit. It can bring a lot of beneficial things into your life. Now, the good thing about Saturn's transit in the first year is that Jupiter will also be present here. And Jupiter is the planet of abundance, luck, good fortune. So Jupiter can here help you to deal with the limitations that Saturn can bring during this time. And Jupiter will stay here for the majority of 2023, and it will dip into the fourth house between May and July, and then it will return back into your third house, where it will remain until the end of the year. So while Jupiter stays in your third house, this is a very beneficial time for doing some short trips. You will be expanding your relationship with people from your immediate surroundings. So you will be more interested in developing friendships with your neighbors, people from your town, from your community. So this is very good for community life, for growing this relationship with people who are close to you, who live close to you, instead of reaching too far away. Especially if during 2021 you will be unable to travel due to the restrictions implemented by the authorities. Here it's also with Jupiter. Jupiter will give you these lovely opportunities to meet new people in your immediate surroundings. Or you may receive some opportunities for doing some short trips, getting to know your area, your community. Now with Jupiter moving into your fourth house between May and July, this will be a time when your domestic life, your home and family life will come into your mind. There could be opportunities for expansion of your home because Jupiter expands anything it touches. There could be some new opportunities for maybe beautifying your home. There could be a member of family moving into your home as well. So there could be a new family member living in your home temporarily between May and July as well. Now, the second important event of the year is Mars. Mars changing sign from Aries to Taurus. This will be your sixth house of work and health and well-being. And this is a fantastic time for getting fit, for doing some exercises. And you will have this motivation, urge, courage to perhaps do a daily exercise, jogging, looking after your well-being, looking after your diet. You will be also busy with some work projects. So Mars in the sixth house is very, very beneficial, and it's a very good opportunity to work on your health, on your well-being. The next will be Mercury retrograde here in this forecast, and Mercury will go retrograde 3 times this year. So this is something that happens every year. This year it will go retrograde in the air signs, and it will be in your 3rd and 7th and 11th house. So it will be all about communication with others, about your relationships with your closed ones, with your friends, with your husband or partner. So with the first Mercury retrograde happening on January the 30th, and it will last throughout the whole of February, it will be in your third house. So this is where both Jupiter and Saturn will be also present at this time. And you will be doing some re-evaluations of your immediate surrounding, of your relationships with your neighbors, with people from your community, with your siblings. You could be doing some thinking about some short trips, perhaps making some plans of your life, of what your life can look like if you have to temporarily stay in your town only, that if you can't move anywhere, if you can't travel. So you will be doing some reevaluations of that. Also, the second Mercury retrograde will be on May 29th, and it will last throughout June, and it will be in your seventh house of love, marriage, and business partnerships. So here again with Mercury retrograde, this could be a love partner, an ex-love partner coming back into your life around this time. But also, you could be dealing with some dilemmas or misunderstandings connected to your love life, to your relationship. So it's a good time to resolve any issues, any dilemmas that there might be. It's a great time for dealing with these, because if we don't resolve these issues, if there are any, then they will carry over to the next Mercury retrograde, and it will be even more challenging to resolve them. So it's good to deal with them while you can. Now, the final Mercury retrograde will be in the sign of Libra, and this will be on September the 27th, and it will last throughout October. And it will be in your 11th house of friendships, groups you belong to, also hopes and wishes. Now, with Mercury retrograde in this area of your life, you will be doing some reevaluations of your goals, of your plans. Where is it that you're heading? What is it that you want to reach in your life? What is it that you want to achieve? There could also be some friends coming back in touch with you, friends from the past, friends that you haven't seen in a while. And also, this could be a time when you get back in touch with some groups that you used to belong to. Now, this year we've got 4 eclipses. In 2020 we had 6, so it was a very intense year. 2021 brings 4 eclipses. It's nicely and well balanced. And the first lunar eclipse will be in the sign of Sagittarius on May 26th, and this will be in your first house. So this could go 2 ways with the lunar eclipse. So lunar eclipse is a very intense full moon. So it could be either a time of ending, something connected to your appearance, something connected to some personal projects that you were working on. They could be coming to an end, to completion. But also, on December 14th, 2020, there was a solar eclipse also in this area of your life, in Sagittarius. So whatever you began around that time, now during this lunar eclipse, you could be seeing some outcomes of your of whatever you began around that time. Some results. Now, the second lunar eclipse will be in the sign of Taurus, and this is the first of the series of eclipses that will occur between 2021 and 2023. So they will be in your 6th and 12th house. So work, health, well-being, and also the opposite. This could be spirituality, your inner self, the hidden, your hidden, the subconscious mind. So this lunar eclipse on November 19th will be in your 6th house. So something connected to your work life, something connected to your health and well-being. And this could be some endings, something coming to an end, something coming to completion. Now, solar eclipse, the first one will be in the sign of Gemini on June the 10th in your 7th house. Also, during the time of this solar eclipse, Mercury will be in the retrograde motion. So by the time you reach this solar eclipse, you would have done some reevaluations of your relationships, personal relationships. If you are in a business partnerships, you could have done also some rethinking about your relationship with your business partner, perhaps your marriage. So some really deep thinking you could be doing around that time about your relationships. Now, this solar eclipse could become a time of some new beginnings connected to your relationships. This could be marriage, engagement. This could be a new relationship coming into your life. If you are single, this could be a beginning of a business partnership as well. So it's a very beneficial solar eclipse for you in terms of love life and relationships. Now, the second solar eclipse will be in the sign of Sagittarius, so your sign, and it's in your 1st house. So whatever you ended in May during the lunar eclipse in Sagittarius, you made some space for some fresh energies to come into your life in December, on December the 4th. And this solar eclipse will bring some new beginnings connected to yourself, to your identity, to your appearance, something connected to you, how you appear to others, to your impression. So something very personal to you. Some beginnings, but very personal to you, not to other people, but it will be something about you. And the year ends with Venus going retrograde in the sign of Capricorn in your second house. And this will be between December 19th until January the 1st. We are very lucky because this year Venus will go retrograde at the very end of the year. So we won't have to deal with it throughout the year. It will be just at the very end. So it will almost feel like it never happened. It will only be a couple of weeks as well. So Venus retrograde, this could be a time when, because Venus rules money. Venus rules love, marriage, and relationships. So this could be a time when someone from the past comes back into your life on a more general level. But more specifically, because this is the second house, this could be something to do with your finances, with your income, with your possessions, with your resources. So you will be busy around this time dealing with your financial situation at the end of the year, dealing with your income, dealing with your relationship with your finances as well. And with this in mind, I would like to thank you very much for your attention. I wish you a wonderful 2021. I hope it will be a year of new beginnings, new opportunities that come your way. And I will see you in my next video. Bye for now.